Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steve McClafferty, Finance Director here at the Vermont Veterans Home. I have the honor and privilege to talk with George Amunson, a U.S. Army veteran from the 80s. So George, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, glad to have you on board. So, where were you born?
I was born in Danville, New Jersey.
Where's Danville at? I'm just
I
curious.
believe it's northern Jersey.
Okay, okay.
Because I remember growing up a lot of the time in Kinnelon, New Jersey, which is about 45 minutes out of George Washington, or New York City, the George Washington
the
Bridge,
GW, okay, yep,
the Lincoln Tunnel.
yeah. Ah, okay.
New York's where I fell in love with the elevators and the escalators and all that kind of stuff.
Ah,
And the soft pretzels.
yes.
I love soft pretzels.
Yes, they are good. No one has a better soft pretzel
Right, and the
than
bagels
in the
too.
city.
Yeah, and the bagels too.
Yeah,
Go to the Jewish bakeries.
yes, yep,
And
they're
the
good.
rye bread, the real rye bread.
Yeah, the real, that is correct. Not
New York
the,
style rye, yeah.
not the stuff that you get at the supermarket.
Right.
Yes.
Well, Price Chopper makes a good rye.
Okay.
And Arnold carries, who is it? Shit, no, I can't remember the name. It's Arnold bread, Arnold
Okay.
rye. It's New York, well, the Jewish rye.
Yeah. Ah,
Because we used to get it from the Arnold truck every week when they come around to the restaurants and the inns and whatever.
mm-hmm.
Because we had the Winchester Inn in Ludlow, we had Diamond Jim's restaurant in Ludlow, and we had the Timber Inn, which was a 16-room hotel in Ludlow.
Wow.
In other words, we had Ludlow
Yeah.
with Okemo Mountain there.
Yep.
And Diamond Jim's on weekends during the winter, we do over 200 dinners a night, steak and seafood.
That is a
And
lot.
that was originally owned by Diamond Jim, a big Italian dude. No, he was big and tough.
Good. Ah. So what was it like growing up in New Jersey during the 60s? I was a little bit north, up in Poughkeepsie, and just
Yeah, well, I've
north of
heard
the
of it.
city. So what was it in like in New Jersey then?
Well, I left there when I was 10,
Okay.
so I really don't remember a whole lot
To
about it.
Ludlow?
Well, no, from there we moved to right outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then from there we moved right outside of Cleveland,
Okay.
Sagamore Hills, Ohio.
Did
And then
you?
when we moved here, I was 15 years old.
Wow.
And my mom goes, "We're moving to Vermont, there's mountains there." So, oh yay. So, but
So
she wasn't lying, because every morning in Ludlow I wake up, I'd be staring at Okemo Mountain.
So you graduated from like Ludlow
Black
High
River
School?
High,
Okay, Black River High. Okay.
same as Calvin Coolidge.
Oh, Silent Cal.
Yeah, all the desks said Calvin Coolidge slept here, or all the hotels, Howard Hughes got laid here or slept here. And
Did you play any sports in high
I know,
school?
I gotta watch that.
Did you play any sports in high school?
Yeah, I ran cross country,
Okay.
and I had the record for the 2.8 miles. I was a good runner
Okay.
back
Did
then,
you-
before I started drinking and smoking pot and everything else.
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, that was the 60s and 70s.
70s.
Yeah.
I graduated in 78.
Okay. Yeah. I'm class of 75.
And then I joined the Army in 81.
Oh.
But during 80, I cooked at the mountain up in Killington, which is where I met George Bush.
Whoa. George, the father or the son?
Yeah,
Oh, W.
Yeah.
What was he doing up in Killington? And I don't think he was skiing.
No, he wasn't. He was flying back and forth from the Lake Placid Olympics
Okay.
and
So
saying,
1980.
"Vote for me, I'll do this." And of course, they never do what they say they're gonna do.
Okay.
But anyway, one morning he sent his breakfast back, and I went out to the dining room. I was pissed. I went out to the dining room, and I told him I get paid the same amount of money whether you like my effing food or not.
Mhm.
He just kind of smiled at me. But I went back to the kitchen, drank some more alcohol, and flipped some more eggs. I was a very active alkie back then.
Yeah. So when did you join the Army?
I joined the Army in 81,
Okay.
July 1st of 81.
Okay.
And I did basic training at Fort Dix.
Yeah.
I had no AIT for schooling because I already knew how to flip an egg.
Yep.
So I went in as a PFC.
Mm-hmm.
But because I was an active alkie, I got out as a PFC also. But I could flip a mean egg. But they just didn't like the attitude,
Yeah, the added stuff in there.
Yeah, I drank more beer than anybody else, but I didn't get nowhere doing that.
Did you serve in a foreign country? Did you?
A little bit in South Korea for cold weather training,
Okay.
which it was like 30 below most of the time.
Okay. But
Yeah, that was cold.
went over there for a few months.
Yeah, a couple months, January and February.
If they could have thrown you into the Adirondacks or Michigan or Canada or someplace.
Well, some of them get 30 below too.
Yeah, I know.
It's like here.
And then you don't have to travel as far.
Well, that's true.
Yes.
But I enjoy the flying part.
No.
In the
Okay.
C5 with Hercules, the biggest plane in the air.
Yep.
That's where they put the Jeeps and Dukes and Halves and everything else on those things.
Yep. Ah,
So,
okay.
and that's what the president flies around in.
Mm-hmm. Did you? So you were a cook in the
Yeah.
army. How many people did you have to cook for at a time?
After, most of the time it was around 150.
Okay.
But during Hurricane Iwa, that leveled Schofield Barracks, or a lot of Schofield Barracks, I was doing over 800 meals, 800 troops per meal.
Wow. Where's
So that meant for breakfast, 1,600 eggs. Yeah,
That's a lot.
and
That's
some
a
of that
lot.
was by eggs, the style they wanted it.
Yeah.
Of course, the blacks and Puerto Ricans and whatever, most of them like scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd always have a bunch of scrambled in the steam table.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ahead of the game
Okay.
with that. The
Yeah.
problem is your powdered eggs would turn green after a while in the steam table.
Yes, they do.
That's where Dr. Seuss came up with the green eggs and ham. So
Where is Schofield at?
it's in Honolulu, Hawaii,
Oh. Okay.
not too far from Pearl Harbor,
Yeah.
and
okay.
very close to the Koli Pass where the Japs came through.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Luckily, I didn't have to go through that again, but
Yeah.
we still had bullet holes on the side of our building with the wolfhounds from the Japanese.
Mm. Yeah, it's sort of like a couple buildings over in Paris. You can see the bullet holes from Napoleon's battles over
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah. Yep. St. Roche Church on St. Honore's
Right.
Street, you know, where there was a battle October 5th, 1795. Yes.
A long time ago.
Yeah, just a couple of years.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe a couple before you joined the Army.
Yeah, that was after the spears
Yeah.
and the
So,
slingshots.
yeah. So, what did you like about the Army?
Payday. And days off. But with the first company, well, let me say this, the first company was a breach of contract. I wasn't supposed to be infantry, but
Okay.
I went to the Wolfhounds, which was an infantry unit.
Okay.
They were the first ones over to Korea.
Hmm.
And if something happened again, we would have been the first ones to go to Korea. But luckily that didn't happen. Not as far as war.
Yeah.
The cold weather training it did, but there was no bullets flying or anything like that. After cooking, I spent a lot of time in the bars drinking their soju, which was good
Did you-
stuff.
When you were in
And
Korea?
the women were saying, buy me drinky, $5, $5. And of course you bought them a drink and then you didn't realize that something else came along with that drink.
Mhm.
But 2 days later you didn't want to pee.
Ah.
So, how do you know you got it? Just give me the shot, I know I got it.
Mhm.
So,
Did you try any of the foods when you were over there in Korea?
no, not really. Well, the kimchi I did,
Okay.
which was their coleslaw, but it was a hot cabbage and the spices.
Okay.
So everything was hot. But that's about as far as I got.
Okay. Outside of that, just meat and potatoes, so to say?
Right, not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about then you came back to American food and on base or whatever.
Yeah, well, I ate the same food I cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to make it look good, like I gave a shit, you know? Which was basically the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the food was good.
Yeah. Well, you cooked it, so.
Yeah, well then they fixed the whatever the hell I called it. And they sent me to USACH, which was on the other side of Schofield Barracks. And USACH stood for United States Army Support Command Hawaii,
Okay.
where I cooked for all the MPs, the truck drivers, the pilots, and taxi cab drivers and stuff. So there was a lot less people. So you see people in line, you know what eggs they like. So
Yeah.
you know.
And eggs don't take long to cook.
No, they don't. You keep your
Yeah.
grill on 350,
Mhm.
your egg grill,
Yeah.
And your other grill too, also on 350.
Home fries or whatever.
Yeah, your pancake, French toast, and then another grill for your meat, your sausage, ham, and bacon.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knew what was going on. We had to.
Yeah, wow.
We didn't want to get written up because
No.
the mess sergeant's walking around like, you know.
Wow.
I don't think he knew much in the first place, but
I see you got some notes there.
yeah,
So,
took me a while to fill them out.
yeah.
But
you know, wrote in your job in the military. If you had another job in the military, what would it have been? Besides cook?
I don't know. I never really thought about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I knew cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, I started cooking professionally at the age of 15. Well, actually younger than that, 'cause my parents used to own a catering business in Jersey. And on weekends they would cater like bar mitzvahs and other Jewish things and whatever. So I learned how to roll Swedish meatballs.
Okay.
And of course I had my salt shaker with the raw beef and look around, all right, you know. We're 100 meatballs short. Yeah, well, sorry.
Sorry. They
Well,
tasted, you're quality control.
Exactly, there you go.
Yes.
And I rolled meats,
Yeah, okay.
you know, so I learned, you know, I was good at that. I had to be. My stepdad was tough with everything.
Wow.
Even though mom goes, I married the right guy this time. Yeah, well, I don't think so. But I had no say in it.
So you moved around, and after you got out of the military, what did you do? Or
I went back to the Winchester Inn in Ludlow
okay.
and did basically the same thing I did before.
Jeez.
I mean, I cooked, but I cut grass at the Winchester Diamond Gyms and the Timber Inn. The Timber Inn had a big lawn. I mean, you couldn't do it by hand. You had to have a riding mower for that.
Okay.
Which we had a cub cadet for that. You name it, I did it.
Yeah.
I rented rooms to people. I cleaned rooms. I cooked. I unplugged toilets. I did everything.
You were the jack of all trades
Yeah.
over there.
If my stepdad couldn't do it, I did.
Okay. But did he own the?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the bank did, but yeah,
Yeah, he was the.
the three places, the Winchester Inn, Diamond Gyms, and Timber Inn.
Are they still in existence over there? I'm just.
You know, I'm trying to work it out with my social worker about taking a day trip, about going back to Rutland and going to Ludlow. So I can let people know I'm still alive and I can
Okay.
see what's still going.
Yeah.
Because I hear Okemo owns the Winchester Inn now. And Vale owns Okemo.
So indirectly, Vale owns.
Yeah,
Winchester
they
Inn.
bought that and the Magic Mountain
Yes.
over in Manchester.
Yep.
So yeah, Vale's got money. I mean, they're a big mountain in Colorado. They definitely got the bucks.
Yeah.
The Timber Inn, I don't know. I knew the people that bought it from Jerry, my stepdad. But I doubt if they're still there. I think they're probably older or dead now.
Okay. Did you have any siblings?
No.
No. So only child.
Yeah.
So you were spoiled rotten.
Yeah,
I
well,
know.
everybody said so, but I didn't
Yeah.
really see that. Well, it was tough before my mom married my stepdad. If he was even my stepdad, I don't even know. See, I got his last name, but my mom claimed that he never adopted me. So how do I have his last name? Yeah, exactly.
Well, hey, some genealogy work when you have some downtime here.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he wasn't my dad.
I know, but just, you know, the whole story.
Yeah, well,
You know, who's around to talk to.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a smart guy, very smart guy.
Yeah.
And my dad, I hadn't seen him since I was like 9 or 10. I know he's dead now. They're all dead now.
Okay. Wow.
And my time's coming too.
Not for another 30 or 40 years like me.
Oh, I don't know about the 30 part.
Oh, come on. You
Well,
gotta
I'm
think,
63, maybe 30.
you gotta think positive.
I just do one day at a time, but like,
Oh,
you know, like they teach you in AA.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the program with that.
Yeah. And you mentioned AA a couple of times, so you
Oh,
had
I
mentioned,
used to run meetings in Rutland.
Yeah, you said back in the military you imbibed a lot.
Yeah,
You drank a lot.
well, I would do my job, but then I would drink after my job.
Yeah. So what made you quit?
Drinking?
Yeah.
That's a tough question. I think I just got sick of, you know, of paying the money for it for what I was getting out of it.
Okay.
And I didn't always remember the night before, which got kind of scary. She said, hey, do you remember what you did last night? No. Of course, they tell you,
Yeah.
but they beef it up too. But, yeah, you went with what's her face? Yeah, she said you were okay. I mean, you know.
So how many, you said you ran AA meetings, so how many years have you not had anything to drink?
27 years.
27,
It's a long time.
It's a long time, it's a great achievement.
I've smoked pot in between, but
Yeah.
I haven't drank.
Yeah.
So I can say that's another thing too. My mom used to tell me that if I smoked pot, that I wasn't sober. But that's when you say clean and sober if you're off drugs. So she was wrong.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom, but hey, that's the way it is.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, a lot of things have changed over, you know, from the 70s, the 80s, and up to today. You know, so, well, that's a great achievement.
Yeah, because I've gone to 2 NA meetings, and all they say there is a drug's a drug's a drug, which turned me off, you know.
Wow.
Well, I wanted to keep smoking my pot, so, you know, screw you, I'm doing what I want to do. But I gave up the drinking, so.
So you mainly,
But I died once from the drinking. We're straight lined, or same animal, you know, with the heart attacks, 3 heart attacks. See, one time in Rutland, I had the heart attack, and I came through in the hospital, and the lady was doing a bit on my chest, and she goes, "Are you still with us?" And I looked up and said, "Yeah, I think so." You know, just like the movies.
Yeah.
You know, and except they get paid for it, and I didn't.
Well, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's the important thing. You're
Right.
here to be able to talk about it. So after the military, you just hung around up here, worked at your stepdad's places?
Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons why I got in, is my stepdad and mom, they were, I don't know if I want to say they were getting sick of me, but they wanted to see me do something more productive.
Okay.
And of course, joining the Army was more productive.
Yes.
You know, I mean, doing, you know, 800 people per meal.
Yeah.
We didn't touch that at the Winchester or Diamond Gyms.
Yep. Yeah.
Diamond Gyms will hit 200 a night during the winter, but that's nowhere near 800.
800, you know, every day, 7 days a week.
Yeah,
Yep. And it
had
does
to
that
keep your wrist in good shape flipping eggs.
And then after that, it's all the cleanup, it's the prep work.
Yeah.
I mean, people think
We all had our system to clean in the grills and the shortcuts and all that.
Yeah.
You
People
know,
think
pouring
that
the cold water on the hot grill, but then scraping it down,
yes.
even though you weren't supposed to pour water on the grill,
Right.
but we all
Those
did
do
it.
Yep. It's a good way to clean
Because
the
that
grill.
was gonna warp the grill, which I never saw that, but they claimed it does do that.
Yeah, and it's all the prep work too. That people, I think, generally think, oh, I just come into the restaurant, I order my meal, and here's everything. While looking at trying to get like home fries together. Even if the potatoes come in already cubed and ready to go, they still got to get warmed up. But now if you have to cube all of those potatoes, that takes.
Well, we in the Army, we had the KPs for that.
Oh, okay, good.
And I never saw it before the Army, but they had an automatic potato peeler. This big circular thing with the thing inside with sandpaper on the sides. And you pour 50 pounds of potatoes in at a time. And it had water running in it too. And it would spin around and peel the potatoes. Then they open the bottom up and the potatoes would come out.
Huh.
Then they would do whatever from there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool too.
Yeah.
Less sitting there with the
Yeah, exactly.
potato peeler back in the old days.
Well,
Well, even the modern days too.
right, yeah.
You gotta. Oh, wow. So.
Like I say, after the service, I did basically the same thing.
Okay.
For pretty much the same amount of money too, because my stepdad was tough with that. But at first, I started out at $250 a week. But that included my bed, that included food, and the smiling faces from the wait staff and all that. And at the Winchester Inn, we were 4-star after a while, but we allowed 2 hours per seating. We were a real restaurant. He tried to make it like the 3 o'clock Inn out of Manchester, which at the time was a 5-star restaurant. But they're not there anymore from what I hear.
No.
But yeah, we were an extensive, well, we were expensive too, but extensive menu. We had a lot of veal, we had pork, we had veal, we had lamb, we had everything. All kinds of fish, from mahi-mahi to sole to trout to you name it.
Sort of like the Four Chimneys here in Bennington was really, because friends of mine, they used to run it, or own the inn way back when, and it was just like jam-packed there,
Yep.
you know, all the time.
Well, you gotta have your local drunks at the bar to have the cash flow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and hope they don't get caught driving home, that's all.
Well, gone are the good old days where the police
Yeah,
would
well, yeah,
follow
they
you
stop
home.
everybody.
Now you're in the Hooskow or whatever.
Hmm.
So that.
But see, that's the thing with pot though now too, the cops are gonna stop everybody that goes by. And they're all gonna get nailed for whatever they call it.
DUI, driving under the
Yeah,
influence.
where everybody's gotta go through crash and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I did. I got nailed twice for DWI in Ludlow.
Okay.
Didn't stop me from drinking, I just went different ways home. That's all.
Yeah. So you see, Jersey, Ludlow, Pennsylvania.
Well, it's Jersey,
Ohio.
Pennsylvania, Ohio, then Ludlow.
Oh, well, we're not even talking about, back to New Jersey, so to Fort Dix, and,
Right.
Hawaii, South Korea, so,
And on the way back from Korea, we landed in Japan and Guam,
Okay,
just to refuel the jets. We didn't get off the plane. But I can say I was there.
okay.
I wish I could have seen Japan. And I heard Guam's really small. Something's going on with Guam right now.
Oh, okay, I haven't heard that.
But China or North Koreans or some crap going on.
I know China.
Or all of the above.
Yeah, it could be all of the above. I know China and Taiwan are at
Yeah.
odds. Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Well, somebody
about
did a
Guam.
missile.
Oh, North Korea then, over
Oh.
Japan, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I'll watch the news tonight and get more caught up.
Yeah, get caught up,
But we're involved now too. I heard this morning on the news. We got troops over there, which I don't think's the brightest thing. We always do that though.
Yep. That's the American way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ah.
But then we got the widows and the kids home and they don't have a dad no more.
Yeah.
Well, just like over there, the dads are getting killed, the mothers and the kids are hanging out in basements.
Yep, they are. Yep.
And Russia's killing, civilians.
Yep. So coming back on the Army, would you do it all over again?
No,
Okay.
mainly because of the breach of contract.
Okay.
I mean, they screwed me, so screw them.
Okay. Would you have joined a different branch?
No.
No. Just not even join.
No, I kept hearing about the Army from my stepdad,
Okay.
which kind of got me, yeah, I think I might like that. But he was in during wartime and stuff too.
Yep.
But, I didn't really think of that. They just wanted to get rid of me,
Oh. Jeez. Dear old mom and stepdad, we love you. Go join the military.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, do something more
Yeah.
productive,
Well.
which was basically true. I mean, I got to see some of the world, or at least the United States.
Yeah.
Well, see, I traveled around on a Greyhound bus for 2 weeks too. When Greyhound did a $99 unlimited travel
Oh.
for
okay.
2 weeks.
Okay.
So I sat in the back seat of the bus and went all around the country. I went to 48 of the 50 states.
Oh.
Well, 47, because Hawaii, I joined the military for that.
Okay. Well,
But
at least you've been
I
there.
haven't been to Alaska or Washington State,
Okay. Well,
so
well.
maybe someday.
So, maybe
I'd like to see
something.
Alaska,
Yeah,
especially with the wildlife.
I'm told Alaska is beautiful, and it's
Well, I watch Discovery or different channels where they show Alaska, and it looks really nice.
Yep.
Of course, they always make it look nice on TV.
Yes. And there was something the other day. Alaska joined statehood in '59,
Oh.
and the statistic about it is that Alaska is like 1/5 of the size of the lower 48. I mean, it is an
Well,
absolutely.
don't we want to make Bermuda or some other country a state?
They're always talking about Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bermuda, I think, is a British territory.
Oh yeah.
I think. I'm not. So.
And you're St. Thomas, St. Croix, and all that.
Yeah, yeah, the islands. Yeah. Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, my mom and stepdad used to go to them, take the cruise on whatever cruise
Cruise line.
liner it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that just had a brand new ship and a lady fell off.
Oh.
Carnival.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't think they realized if she jumped or just fell off. You're not going to fall off a ship,
Oh, yeah, you can.
can you?
Yeah.
I've never been on. one.
I've never been on a cruise, but
I've been on cargo ships
yeah, well,
because my stepdad used to be in charge of. I forget the name of it, but it was on the Jersey side
okay.
of whatever river that goes between Jersey and New York City. The one that George Washington Bridge goes over.
I think that one's the Hudson versus the East
All right.
River. Yeah, the
But
East
he used to
River's
be
on
in
the
charge
other.
of loading the ships for sea train,
Oh, jeez.
was a big. I don't know if they're still in business or not. Big container company.
Okay. Boy.
And then he went to ADP, Automatic Data Processing.
Yeah, a big company for payroll.
Yeah. Then he did CDS, Central Data Systems, out of Ohio.
Okay.
I don't know what Pennsylvania was.
Well, you'll have to find out.
Yeah, well, find his obituary.
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
And I still don't even know what my mom died from, like 3 years ago. I know she died on July 3rd. And she called me and told me she had leukemia, but I don't think that's what she died from.
Yeah, without seeing the death certificate.
Well,
it's
when her
hard.
husband Bud called me, he told me that everything caught up to her. But that doesn't, that could be suicide, that could be anything.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have been, she wouldn't have done that, but she was very big with people, and especially AA.
Mm-hmm.
Both
That
of them were
was-
big in AA. You know, helping
the
people
people-
and, you know, being
yeah.
their sponsors and all that kind of stuff.
Did you sponsor anybody?
No.
No. Okay. But what
I've
was
come
like?
close. Well, I've had girlfriends that I kind of sponsored, but the last one died. I still don't know what she died from, but she was a very heavy alcoholic. She had to have her vodka every day,
Wow. Yeah.
and I was sober during that whole time. So,
Yeah. It's sort of like the. I don't know what that end of addiction is. They're very similar to. Don't know what the addiction like is to smoking.
right.
I've never.
Well, I was
Yeah.
born an alcoholic 'cause my mom drank.
Okay.
That's just the way I look at it. And she was in the people business as far as a waitress and stuff.
Yep. That was.
So with the hard times being a waitress or in that business, you kind of have to do something.
Yes. Back
You
in
get
the.
to know the bartender better. And, hey,
Yeah.
tarbender,
Yeah.
give me a drink.
Yep. Back in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that was it. I can understand. Wow. See, I'm just trying to think of other.
Well, here.
See, we got. No, I just wanted to.
If you can read
You
my
returned
writing,
from
I don't
home.
know.
Oh no, I'll ask you. Oh yeah, there was the one. I couldn't. Did you share your experiences with any family or friends? From the
Yeah,
military.
well, I called home every week.
Okay.
Or they would call me sometimes too, because I knew the phone number at the payphone. When there were still payphones.
Yes.
Um,
For those of you who don't know what a payphone is, you can Google it.
yeah. But anyway, I'd call home every Sunday or whatever.
Okay.
And they'd call me on Wednesdays. So yeah, I always let them know what was going on,
Okay.
how many eggs I flipped or what kind of trouble I was in from drinking
Just-
and all that.
Just to touch base with them.
Yeah, well, that's why I came in as a PFC and got out
That
as
was
a
the
PFC.
PFC.
And I'm still a PFC, proud effing civilian. So,
Yeah. I remember the one time.
yeah, I didn't say the bad words. You know, you got that camera? All right.
I remember my cousin called from Vietnam, and it was like a 5-minute call. It was like my cousin was over there for a 2-year tour in the '60s, and I think the bill was like over $100 just for that 5-minute phone call because
Wow.
you had to go from wherever it was in Vietnam to this operator, Trans-Pacific to Hawaii to
Right.
San Francisco to
Yeah, like
wherever.
radar on MASH.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then finally to Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
So,
That's where
Yeah.
Radar was from. No, he was Iowa.
Ottumwa, Iowa.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that one I remember.
And he was a professional drummer in real life too.
Oh, didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he did drums a couple of times on MASH too.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Yeah.
those. Yeah. Ah. Well,
And
it
of
sounds
course, without Alan All, the MASH wouldn't have been nothing.
yes.
He wrote and directed quite a few of them.
Yep. Yep. I liked Colonel Potter is also a good one.
Yeah.
You know, horse hockey pucks.
Oh, he was the second one. That
He was
took
the
over
second.
from the
Yeah.
other one.
From Henry Blake.
Yeah, that's where he died on the way home in a plane.
Yep. On the
crash
plane crash.
in
Yes.
China Sea or Red Sea
Yep.
or something.
China Sea. Red Sea's in the Middle East.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, all right.
China Sea is it. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yes, you do.
I just knew when payday was and how many eggs I got to cook
Yeah.
or how many pounds of bacon.
Do I need? And yep, yeah, it's all production.
Yeah,
Was that 800 for breakfast, 800 for lunch?
yeah, 3 meals a day.
So that's 2,400 meals.
Yeah,
Not including
but every other
snacks.
day I was on eggs and every other day I was on main meal.
Jeez.
See, on the menu, breakfast with eggs, you did lunch, you did the sandwiches and salads.
Okay.
Now, the next day you would do main meal for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, whatever the main meal
It
was,
was.
and if it was sea rations, fine, you hand them a box and say, ha ha, there you go, see ya.
Yep. Or MREs.
Yeah, well, that was after me.
Oh, what? They were. Oh, I thought they had.
I was
them
sea
around.
rats.
You were sea rats. Okay.
MREs were the ready-to-eat meals,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that was after me.
Okay. Because I still
That
have
was,
one.
that was 83 and after, or 84 and after.
Okay. Because I have one MRE in my house from my brother.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Because the C's came in that box.
Yep.
Then you got that little can
Can
opener
Yep.
with your little cans of food.
Yep.
That was a pain in the ass. I drank another beer and hopefully I can get better at it,
Oh,
but true.
Yep. Hey.
And that's where I'm like another George Carlin. That's where my comedy
bet,
comes
yeah.
in.
So, wow. And so you ended up here at the Vermont Veterans Home.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I kind of ran out of places to go after having a heart attack in Rutland.
Oh.
But that's why I want to go back to Rutland and Ludlow to let people know I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because they all
Yeah.
think I straight lined,
Oh, jeez.
you know, which I did, but they, you know.
Yeah. You survived and you're here.
Yeah, plus I want to know where all my stuff went from my apartment, which is another reason why I wanted to talk to
So-
my vet rep,
Okay.
Terry, because they thought I straight lined and died or whatever. So I don't know what happened to all my stuff in my apartment. First I heard through my mother that they threw it all away, but then I heard through somebody else that it was in storage. But if it's in storage, who's paying for it?
Yeah. Not
So
you.
It all got thrown away.
Oh,
I mean, that's the only real answer.
yeah.
But that's why I want to go back to Rutland to find out exactly what happened.
Well, like I said, maybe you talk with the social work here.
Yeah, well, I've
Social
been here
worker.
almost 3 years now, so I mean,
Wow.
my stuff's gone.
3 years. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, 'cause I
How time
remember at least
flies.
2 birthdays, so I think this will be my third
Third
birthday
birthday.
in November. So,
Okay.
and my other birthday, my
Yep.
27, well, it'll be 28 years. This January 12th.
Ah.
So hopefully they get me another cake. Well, they did. They got me a cake last January 12th.
Okay.
So-
No, chocolate cake or vanilla?
That one was chocolate
Okay.
with the purple frosting. White and purple frosting. The lettering was in purple. So, yeah, hopefully they do something like that again. I want to find out when they're going to start doing AA meetings again. Because they
Yeah.
don't have to wear the masks anymore.
Yeah, I don't know where.
But I don't know about the groups of 10 or larger.
That's true.
So I think Donna might, well, if anybody knows, Donna would
the-
know.
Yeah. Yep.
She's
she would.
she's the brains around here.
Yes.
front
She'll
desk
know
Donna.
what. She'll know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Because I'm sure there's people going out and drinking again because there's no meetings.
Yeah, and
Well,
and
2 of them living across the hall from me. Well, one just died. But the other one, he's still alive.
hmm
I can't remember his name at the moment.
yeah.
But he has his 2 beers a day and goes out and smokes his Marlboro cigarettes. And
Yep.
of course,
I
they have
know
to go
that.
out with Brian.
Oh, Brian Crabb?
Yeah.
Brian C.
Yeah, he's an alkie.
Wow. Wow. We'll have to find
Because it's not how much you drink, it's what it does to you.
Oh, yeah.
Which took a while for that to sink into my head.
Yep. Yep. You can drink a 6-pack and nothing, but boy, that one little sip, and all of a sudden you're out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next day you don't remember what you did.
Yes.
Or people say, "Did you watch Seinfeld last night?" Yeah, but I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Of course, now they're all repeats.
Yeah, but they're still funny.
And 2.5 Men, and
They're
especially MASH. You know.
They're still funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Andy Griffith. I mean, they were all about. I was like 4 years old when they came out. 64,
Yep.
62, somewhere.
I think
in that area
they were in
came
the
out.
50s.
Yeah.
Andy Griffith. So before,
Well, the ones they show on TV are all
Or
like
the
62,
60s, yeah.
63.
yeah.
And they don't show the ones with Barney no more. They show the ones without Barney,
Oh.
with the other guy that took Barney's place.
Oh, that's no
But
fun.
I don't know what happened to Barney.
Yeah.
But they all played their part really well. Barney was good. They all were, but Barney was really good.
Yes. Yeah. Don Knotts.
Just like Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yes.
He was really good.
Oh. Yep. Funnier than
They're
hell.
probably dead now, too.
No, everybody from Seinfeld is still around.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some of the dads.
Some of the parents have passed.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like the
It's
same
like
thing.
Happy Days. The only one alive there is Ron Howard.
I think Ron Howard's still alive.
Oh, the Fonz.
The Fonz
Henry
is still
Winkler.
alive. Yep. Johnny Most? No, Johnny Most is somebody else. Danny Most, and who played Potsy?
Who?
The person who played Potsy on, and I think Mrs. Cunningham is still alive too.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Cunningham did pass.
Yeah.
Joni passed.
Yeah, good. I didn't like her.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to tell us about?
No, I'll think about something else
Yeah,
once I'm out of here.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah, oh shit, I should have asked that. But,
Well,
but there'll probably be another time anyway.
yeah.
After you get through the rest of the crew. I'm alphabetical order, so you start off with A.
We started off with Z,
Oh,
so we were working.
yeah, you're going backwards. Oh, well, I'm last. So I gotta wait through the whole alphabet again.
No, we've been, spotty with people, and COVID really put the
Oh,
clamp
yeah.
down on what we can or can't
Right.
do. I think one of, besides you and the gentleman or the vet this morning, the last time I think we were a little bit more spaced apart, face shield, mask, N95 mask too. So, so this makes it a lot more comfortable.
We don't have anybody coming from outside either, so it makes it a little easier.
Well, that's why the dining room shut down because of the virus.
Yes.
But that's why now that you don't have to be 10 feet apart or you don't have to have masks anymore. That's where the question, do you have to be 10 feet or 10 people or more?
Yeah. Well, I look at the people.
But they can do the dining room in shifts.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a big room, but we gotta
Yeah.
clean the room up, and then also get staff.
Oh,
and-
yeah, I've seen it with the table stacked in the whole nine
Yeah.
yards.
Oh, yeah. It's all cleaned up. I would say almost cleaned up there in Brandon right now. I mean, Patriot Hall. Excuse me.
And Paul knows what he's doing, so
Well, even though he's a Navy, even though he's a squid.
that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, he cooked for all the people on ships.
Yeah.
That's got to be a hell of a job in a gallery, or
Yeah.
galley, I mean.
What, 5,000 plus on the Teddy Roosevelt.
No,
Yeah.
wow, 2 eggs per person? Holy shit. Yeah,
And that's just for
well, it's
breakfast.
all about prep and timing. That's what it's all about.
When you get downtime like that,
But I don't know if they had KPs on the ships.
I have no idea. Yeah, you'd have to ask him,
Yeah, that's
and
a,
you'd have to ask the new cook back there
you
too.
wouldn't think
Shania.
so. You'd think you'd have the privates or something to that effect, whatever they call them in the
Yeah.
Navy,
Well,
doing
probably
that kind of stuff.
if they really wanted to cook, they
Start
brought
out
it.
at the bottom, yeah.
Well, no, they brought it up to the main deck, and as the planes were taking off, put it on. So the afterburners, really
Right.
cook things like in 2 seconds.
Yeah, right. Well, there's one guy, I don't even know his name, but he was on a ship. I think he was a pilot too, but he was on one of those kind of deals.
Mm.
I'd like to see that on a ship, planes landing so quick and taking off so
Oh,
quick.
it's, yes.
Well, they got the big rubber band or the metal
Yeah, the
grip
rubber,
that catches them.
yep,
It takes them off too.
yep. I know the elevators, I think they can hold like 4 jets, the elevators, to take them from the hold up to the main
Right.
flight deck. And some of them, like Big John, the John F. Kennedy, had 4 elevators.
Well, we've got those ships over there now ready to do whatever.
Of course, yes. Yep.
Whoops.
So,
Hey, we got a floor model,
yes,
50% off.
yeah. So,
Well, I don't fold
Just-
it up, but then I put it in
yeah.
my pocket. I forget it's in my pocket.
so
And it'll go through the wash.
Yeah.
I've done that with money before.
Oh, so you laundered money then, huh?
Yeah. But the laundry guy was nice enough to bring it back where he
Okay.
didn't have to.
No.
But I put the word out that, I lost it somewhere. Although I've been ripped off before too, right out of my drawer, $20 at a time.
Oh, that's
But
no
they
good.
paid me back that too,
Yep.
thanks to Asa and actually
Yeah.
the other, the new social worker.
Ashleen,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I like her. She's good.
Yeah.
I gotta
Nice.
keep checking to see if there's a ring on that finger or not so I can ask her out, but I don't think there is, because she mentions her boyfriend, so
Mm-hmm.
I gotta try to take his place. Bring her to a higher star restaurant. Instead of the 3-star, I gotta bring her to a 4-star. Or
Oh,
5-star,
geez.
if there is such an animal around here.
Yeah, not around here, no.
No,
No. Yeah, I think probably around here, I would say a 3.
yeah,
There's a couple- there's
probably
a-
have to go to New York or maybe Manchester, Vermont again.
Oh, even in
Albany-
Manchester.
Albany has one with a $250 steak, so I don't know if they're 5-star, but they sure act like
I ate at one,
Yeah, the only thing I've done in Albany is the Albany Med.
yeah,
I don't think I ever took off or landed there.
that's good.
Yeah, that was always Rutland I take off from
Yeah.
with Cape Air and go to Boston and fly JetBlue.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's
Yeah.
trying to take over JetBlue.
I thought they were merging with, it was either Frontier
Somebody
or,
I never heard of.
Frontier or Spirit.
Spirit.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
Spirit.
hearing- Well, something like that. I heard that like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I've flown JetBlue a few times. They were
Yeah.
all right to me.
Mhm.
You got the free peanuts.
Oh. Oh,
And I didn't drink then, so I don't know what it was. But I heard they were not doing alcohol on planes anymore
no. What's the,
because there was too much problems with people.
too many problems,
Yeah,
so, which is good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me a root beer.
Diet?
Yeah, Diet root
See?
beer. There you go. I'm starting to like you. I don't
Yeah.
care what she says about you. I think you're all right.
Well, whatever she tells you, it's true.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk later.
Oh, well, anything else you want to share, or I think we're all?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what we went over on this.
Well, we had a lot of things in and out. You know, what you did when you came back. What was it like growing up? You moved a couple of
Yeah, well, I
places.
was a cook in the Army. What
Yeah.
sticks most in about
Yeah.
your service?
Yep. You served George W.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, there went
Yeah, I
your-
did quite a few meals
the-
for him.
There went your a chance of being a White House chef.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, yeah.
You know,
well, I sort of
20 years
blew that.
later.
Hmm?
20 years later.
Yeah, I
you're-
know.
Oh well.
Yeah, 'cause I met him in '81.
Yeah, that's when Ronnie was president, and his dad was vice president.
Like I said, yeah, he was flying back and forth from the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to cook the eggs for the, breakfast for Phil and Steve Mayer, the gold medal cross-country
okay.
skiers
Oh,
for the
wow.
Olympics.
Yeah.
They came in my kitchen every morning. Where's our eggs? Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Let me drink another beer. I'll do your
Okay.
effing eggs. So, hey, that's where it was at.
Yeah.
I thought I'd cook better the more I drank.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work out that way all the time, but
Wow.
from the Mountain Inn, I joined the Army. So,
Hmm.
so I didn't get fired. I just
Yeah. Said,
Went
hey, this is
elsewhere.
it. Let me.
Well, the main skiing season was over. So Killington dies after, April.
Yep.
they like to stay open until Easter,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't always work that way. And they try to open up for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
They're probably blowing snow right now on the top.
With the past couple of nights, the way the temps were, I
Yeah.
wouldn't doubt that they
Well,
were
this
not.
morning was 32, or yesterday morning was 32
Oh,
down
yeah.
here.
Yeah, it was like, see, my car said 27 this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely blowing snow.
Yeah.
Okemo, Killington, Pico.
hmm
Well, you don't hear much about Pico anymore.
Well, since it got acquired by Killington,
Oh, Pico bought Okemo, or
a reverse way around, Killington
Or Killington bought
both of them.
Pico?
Yeah, years ago.
oh, shit, I didn't know that. I kept thinking it was going to happen, but I didn't know it did.
Yeah, so they're part of, so whoever owns Killington now, if it's DeVale Corp.
Yeah, Ski Incorporated
Yeah.
or whatever they go by.
Yep.
Huh.